Now let's dive into some visualization by actually using some Python code to create these visualizations.
Sounds great.
So there's a few basic visualizations that we can create very, very simply in Python. And everything we do, we can always use df.plot, the name of the visualization. For example, one thing we can do is we can find the total number of students taught by every single subject at the University of Illinois through the GPA data set and see how many students in the GPA data set were in each subject. And looking at the whole data set all the way going back from 2010 to 2019, this df.plot.bar generates this visualization where we can see that chemistry taught upwards of 160,000 students across their different courses in chemistry. Second place is math. And then, hey, my department's third place.
There's you.
Computer science is third.
Am I on there?
It doesn't look like statistics on there. We see econ, BADM or business administration, physics, psychology, ECE, electrical and computer engineering. So a lot of the big departments here at the University of Illinois are represented on this graph. And this is great for values that we have categories of different subjects. So it's a great bar chart example. Next, I want to take a look at a histogram. This is your favorite visualization, Carly.
I love them.
So a histogram is going to bin data together. So this histogram looks at the histogram of the party data set and sees the response of people who say many people were at a party. And of DF of many histogram, this is going to show that the most frequently answered bin is people thought that 10 to 20, that range, was a decent range of people who, when someone describes many people were at a party. But if you feel like 100 people were at the party, you're not alone. If many people were at a party were 100 for you, there's a non-zero number of people who feel that way. One of the other visualizations is another favorite of yours, a box plot. So a box plot is a visualization that can be done using the same idea, that we can do df.plot.box. One interesting thing is we may want to just visualize a single column name. So we can say df add a column name, then just do a box plot of that particular column. But let's go ahead and actually see a box plot in action. So I think the probability words data set, where things that we say like we believe that it's going to rain tomorrow, is a great data set to look at. So Carly, can you go ahead and load up that data set?
For sure.
So to load up any data set, it's going to be the same thing we've done again and again. We're going to import pandas as PD. df is equal to pd.readcsv and give the location of that CSV file. In this case, we're going to just go ahead and use the party words data set, which is waf.cs.illinois.edu/discovery/words.csv. We'll press df to make sure it loads.
Sounds good. And this is the words data set, right? Not the party?
This is the probability words data set.
Perfect. Words.csv. And it looks like the data set has loaded.
Awesome. And now we can simply say df.plot.box to make a box plot.
I just went ahead and did that. And a bunch of vertical box plots showed up on my screen.
So I think that this vertical box plot looks great, but you're not a fan of vertical box plots.
I actually prefer the horizontal. I don't know why. I just feel like they're a little easier to read.
So one great thing about Python is there's a lot of customization of all these graphs. So we can change this by saying df.plot.box. And inside the parentheses, we can give different options. So one thing we can do is we can say vert is equal to false with a capital F to say that we want to turn off the vertical feature.
Ooh, and now before the x-axis was really hard to read, they were all smushed together, all of the probability words, but now I can read them perfectly as these are vertical box or horizontal box plots.
And as an exploratory data analysis tool, box plots are really great to see like what words have a large range that people aren't really certain of the meaning or the perceptions different between different people.
It looks like, so we can look at the length of the box, we can look at the length of the whiskers, and we can look at which words have outliers. And it looks like probable is just has a really big range. Same with we believe. We believe has a lot of outliers, and chances are slight has a pretty big box or IQR. So we can see all of those just on one plot here.
And I like the fact that I think it's about even, has almost no box at all.
Oh, it just actually has a line, which basically means that Q1, Q2, and Q3 are all the same number.
So this is a really great tool to do some exploratory data analysis to understand what the data looks like, so you can begin to dive into this data even more and understand what kind of questions you might want to ask.